Why would I lie? If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. He's never been in my place. He's never worked here.
Mr. Jacobs, why would he call me and tell me that he was playing the piano here at your club? Why would he tell me?
Please, 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 let me alone. Go away. Who needs this?
This place, he said.
You're wrong.
I'm right. Now, he said here, this club.
You said that before.
I'll say it again.
Don't.
Mr. Jacobs,
What did I do wrong? I got
know
up
what
this
I'm
morning,
talking
everything
about.
was
He
fine.
called me from here. He told
Dave,
me-
pal, what took you so long?
You only called me 20 minutes ago.
Seems like hours.
Who's he?
Well, here she is.
What does he do for you, Mr. Jacobs? Dispose of annoying women?
Please, Miss Smith.
I won't be
Will
disposed
you be quiet a minute, please, Miss
I
Smith?
want to know. There's no...
What's this all about?
This is Mary Smith from Wisconsin. She's looking for a
Missouri.
brother. Missouri. She's looking for a brother.
The
She thinks I
show-me
know.
state.
The show me state. Where he is. She thinks I've spirited him away or something. Okay. Okay, Miss Smith. In my desk drawer, I got him. Locked in a bottle. Every once in a while, I open it up like a genie up office. David.
Well, what's so funny?
Nothing. Dave, I've never seen the guy in my life. She walks in, hands me this. That was 2 hours ago. She follows me around. She won't leave me alone.
You have seen him. He's worked here. You know where he is. You're
I know where he
lying.
is. I'm lying. Dave, I got a club to run. We open in an hour. Here's $50, Dave. Help this poor, unfortunate, hysterical woman. On me.
That won't work, Mr. Jacobs. I won't be bought off. I
Miss
want to
Smith.
find my brother.
Miss
What do you
Smith.
think you're doing? Don't you dare touch me.
Miss Smith, please. No, Miss Smith. What? Just wait a minute. Now, where are you going to go, huh? Why don't you at least let me try to earn my $50? Sit down. That's better. Now then, let's start from the beginning, right? Now, your name is Mary Smith, and you're from, Wisconsin?
Missouri.
Missouri. And you got a brother named Joe who disappeared here in L.A., right? Have you gone to the police?
Yes.
What'd they say? Oh, come on now, please. Don't be difficult. Huh? Look, I'll do the best I can. I promise.
They smiled politely at me and filed a report. And I'll be as difficult as need be. I want to find my brother.
Okay. All right, now just take it easy. I'm aware of that. Now let's start from the beginning, just step by step, huh? Nice and careful and easy. Now, what has Rudy Jacobs got to do with all this?
Everything.
Well, could we be just a bit more specific? Ooh.
About 6 months ago, my brother Joe left home to come to Los Angeles
Oh? To do what?
to play the piano. He plays real well. He wants to make his living as a musician. He always wanted to. Ever since he could walk. Ever since my grandfather gave him that harmonica. Anyway, Dad wants him to go to work for him in his plumbing business.
Well, we're beginning to stray just a little bit.
They fought bitterly. Joe left as sore as a boil. He has a terrible temper.
And you haven't heard from him since, huh?
He called once, about a month later, and said he was playing at this club, the Chelsea House, here, where we are now.
A month after you got into town. Well, Miss Smith, I hate to tell you this, but I think that your brother was lying.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you see, a green piano player just doesn't come to L.A. one day and get a job playing the Chelsea House the next. You see, it just doesn't work out that way. It takes a little more time than that.
Oh. Well, where would he start?
Well, that's a good question. Now, Rudy's bought my time for tonight, so I'll, Where'd you say you're from?
Missouri.
I'll show you.
Joe must be out of his mind to want to live here. This city's dirty. I don't know. People are cheap. What can it mean to him? We don't have places like this at home. I've never even heard of them. What kind of people go to places like these?
What'll it be? Mash and the rocks and ginger ale. Who gets which? Oh, you're funny. You're really very funny. That'll be $3. $3?
Entertainment.
Everything's getting higher. Here, change 50. Hey, wait a minute. You ever seen this guy in here?
Look, if I want a picture, I'll go to the movies.
Hey, listen, you're hilarious, but seriously, you ever seen this?
He doesn't want to help.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going around these days.
I've noticed, especially in this city. It's like a disease. I'll be going home as soon as I can.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll try not to contaminate you as long as we're together.
Oh, I didn't mean it about you.
Why not? I live in the city.
Yes, but you're different.
Oh?
I can tell.
How?
I have a feeling.
You have a feeling. Is that how you judge people, by your feelings?
I'm seldom wrong.
Oh, you are. Well, let me tell you something, honey. I spent 6 years in prison.
You did? For what?
You're killing a man. Yeah, your mouth's open.
Killing a man? That's terrible.
Yeah, well, it could have been worse. He was trying to kill me. Now, how's that for seldom wrong?
I guess you think I'm sort of square. I don't know very much.
Oh, I suppose. But then the evening is young.
Mr. Coppolino.
Let me love you. Let me say that I do. If you lend me your ear, I'll make it clear the way that I do. Let me whisper it. Let me sigh it. Let me sing it, my dear, or I will cry it. Let me love you. Let me show that I do. Let me do a million impossible things so know you know that I do. I'll buy you the dawn if you let me love you today. And tomorrow I'll send you merrily on your way.
Thanks, George.
Hey, you sing real good.
Thanks. You don't happen to be a big shot Hollywood producer, do you?
No, honey, I'm not a big shot anything. I just like the way you sing.
That and 5 cents will get you a cigar.
Yeah. Well, look, I haven't had any luck around here anywhere else. Maybe you can help me out. Have you seen that guy? I mean, is he familiar?
Yeah, sort of.
You've seen him?
Yeah, I think so. What's his name?
Joe.
Joe what, honey?
Smith. Joe Smith.
Yeah. Sure, Joe Smith. He played piano here about 6 months ago.
Yeah. You seen him lately?
No.
Well, when did you see him last?
Well, let's see. It's,
About a week?
No, it was longer than that.
A month?
No.
Well, try to remember. When?
Well, wait a minute. You're blowing my mind.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Not since he met Mr. Stark.
Mr. Stark? Who's Mr. Stark?
What seems to be the trouble, Jenny?
It was no trouble. They were just asking about a fellow who used to work here.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah. Do you know him?
No, I never saw him.
What? But he worked here.
No.
But she just said he did.
Really? Did you say that, Jenny? Well, I better have another look. Don't you have to go change, Jenny? Not a very good picture.
Oh, it's good enough for Jenny.
Try to remember. It's important. He plays the piano. Did he work here? Joe Smith. A nice boy.
Look, we have a lot of piano players, singers, strippers work here. They don't last very long, nice or otherwise. They come and they go. Nobody remembers.
Yeah.
She remembered the girl, the
That's
singer.
all right, honey. Look, thanks a lot anyway.
Sure.
Come on, let's go.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Trouble?
Why are you dragging me out of here? That girl said she recognized Joe. He's lying.
Stark.
What?
Stark. I've heard that name somewhere before.
Where are we going now?
When in doubt, ask Bo Peep.
Fletch. That's 3 out of 3.
Again.
You didn't come to wrestle, David. What else can I give you besides humility?
You ever heard of a man named Stark?
Stark. Matt Stark.
I don't know. Does the Cozy Cat Club mean anything to you?
Sure, he owns the joint, along with about 10 others in town. He tried to buy me out once.
Does he look familiar to you, Mr. Bo Peep?
No, not at all.
He's my brother.
We're all brothers.
I get it. What else about this guy, Stark?
Well, he owns clubs all over the country. Lives back east somewhere.
Well,
But he's legit now. Used to be a very rough fella.
that's it, huh?
That's it. That's the whole scene. So they say.
Thanks a lot, Bo Peep.
Peace.
Peace to you too, brother. Come on, little Red Riding Hood. Let's get out.
If music be the full of love, then play on. Make excess of it. Doesn't this blow your mind?
Thanks. You?
Nah, I'm cutting out. Jenny, flip the lock on the door when you leave.
Jenny? Good.
Ah, the man with the questions.
Yeah, and I've got a few more.
Get lost.
You helped us before. What's wrong?
Get lost!
What happened?
Somebody gave her a mouse. Who hit you, Jenny?
She's got nothing to say to you, mister.
Good night, Jenny.
Look, I didn't say...
Good night, Jenny.
Who gave her the shiner?
Who knows? Who knows who hits people these days?
Yeah, well, maybe we can jar your memory a little, huh? Let's call her back and ask her.
I'll go get her.
Get your hands off her.
Oh, leave him alone. Stop it.
Look, I've had it with you. Who are you?
He smells like a private eye.
You got a good nose. I'm gonna give you some advice.
No, I'm gonna give you some advice. I told the cops that Stark owned this joint. I told them that I was coming here to talk to you about Stark and her brother. Now, unless you want the cops coming here picking you up for questioning, you better behave.
Hey.
Now then, where is Stark?
Look, there's no need for all of us to get into a sweat. Her brother used to work here, now he works for Stark.
Where is Stark?
It's no secret.
It is to me.
He's got a suite at the Carlton Hills. He stays there whenever he's in town. Big deal, big secret.
And her brother?
He stays there, too. It's a big suite. You could lose a truck in it.
Why didn't you tell us all this before?
Habit, lady. In our business, we're just naturally allergic to strangers asking us personal questions.
That's why you leaned on Jenny, huh?
Leaned on Jenny? Me? How do you know her boyfriend didn't belt her around?
Intuition.
What kind of a man is this Mr. Stark?
Well, lady, he's... what would you say, Jackie?
I couldn't begin to describe him to you, lady. You'll have to find out for yourself.
Mr. What's your name?
Coppolino.
Mr. Coppolino, what does my brother do for Mr. Stark?
You name it, he does it.
What did he mean? You name it, he does it. Maybe we should have phoned.
Your brother is trying to avoid you. A phone call would have sent him running again.
Yes?
Mr. Stark,
Yes?
my name is David Ross. This is Miss Smith. We'd like to speak to Joe.
I'm his sister.
Come in. Mr. Coppolino said I'd probably be expecting a visit from you.
Yeah, I figured he would, yeah.
Joe didn't say his sister was coming to visit. It's Mary, isn't it?
He's not expecting me.
Oh, then it'll be a nice surprise when he returns.
Returns?
From where?
Well, I was about to say that when I got back this morning, there was a message waiting for me that he's in Palm Springs getting a suntan.
Did he say when he'd be back?
No, but it should be soon. We see each other every month about this time.
Why? About what?
About business.
Where can I reach you in Palm Springs?
Business?
Yes, business. I keep a permanent room at the Suncrest Club. You can call there now if you like.
What's the number?
Area code 714-985-4321. May I offer you a drink?
Do you have any orange juice?
Yes, I think so. Mr. Ross?
No, pass. Is this a direct line?
Yes.
Gee, this is a nice place. Is it expensive?
To own?
No, this room, the suite.
Yes, rather.
I thought so. I like hotels.
I used to, when I was younger. There was a lack of permanence that was sort of exciting. Lately, I've felt less and less like that.
Why?
Well, perhaps because I'm no longer younger.
kind of work does Joe do for you, Mr. Stark?
He watches out for my interests while I'm away.
Your nightclubs?
The way you say that, you make the word somehow seem dirty, Miss Smith.
Is it dirty, Mr. Stark?
You're very much the way your brother described you. Everything black or white, hot or cold, good or bad.
That's the way it is.
Oh? No middle ground, no shadings of truth, no uncertainties?
Few.
You're very lucky.
You haven't answered my question. Is Joe proud of what he does?
Miss Smith, I'm a businessman, not a philosopher.
Oh, hello. Yes, Mr. Stark's room, please. I want to speak to Mr. Joe Smith.
Pardon me.
Thanks, I'll wait.
Hi, come on in.
Miss Smith? Mr. Ross?
Yeah, hello? Oh? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
What happened? He's not there?
Well, he just checked out. Left a message saying he was on his way back here.
Oh, don't be upset. It's only a 2-hour drive. I'll have him call you the minute he gets in.
Mr. Stark, there's been trouble between Joe and my father.
I know, he told me.
If you tell him I've been here, he may not want to see me.
Well, I won't tell him. Why don't you just come back?
That's very kind of you. My father's dying. I want to fix things between them before it's too late.
I'll do everything I can to get you two together.
Thank you. I can't help but wonder if you...
If I'm a good man or a bad?
Yes.
Suppose I'm somewhere in between.
Goodbye, Mr. Stark.
I want to drop you at your motel for an hour or so.
Where are you going?
Please?
Why?
Well, I want to tell them that your brother's no longer missing and find out what they can tell me.
He couldn't have done anything wrong.
Why not? He's human. He could have made a mistake.
You sound like Mr. Stark.
Oh, well, we both know that he's a bum.
You're trying to confuse me.
Maybe because it's so easy. Come on now, Missouri. Bend a little, huh? Could help your brother, you know. So?
You would pick a name like Joseph Smith. Took the computers an extra hour.
Oh, you poor computers, I bleed for them. Anything on him?
He's clean.
Clean. Okay, thanks, Charlie.
All I know is the name Jenny McCabe. It was hit and run. She was DOA General Hospital. Yeah? Right.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing that hit and run. Jenny McCabe?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, what section of town did that happen in? I mean, where'd the accident happen?
Southeast LA.
You know anything more about this McCabe girl? Was she young, blonde?
What's it to you? Who are you?
Well,
he's all right. What's wrong, Dave?
Well, I don't know. I just overheard her name.
What do you got?
Not much. Jenny McCabe, 25 to 30, Caucasian, blonde, blue eyes, 5'4", about 115 pounds, no visible scars, occupation singer, last employment, Cozy Cat Club, Southeast LA.
That mean anything, Ross?
I don't know. I just met her last night.
Where?
Cozy Cat Club.
Small world.
Small. It's tiny. Listen, when we get to Stark's place, I'll leave you in the car and go along.
Why?
Oh, sort of feel things out.
You're a poor liar, Mr. Ross. Now that the girl's dead, everything's different. You think there's danger for me?
No. I just want to feel out the atmosphere.
You're a phony, Mr. Ross. You're not as mean as you'd like me to think.
It's a terrible thing to say about a man who thinks he's hard.
Well, a good Samaritan making his round.
Yeah, is Mr. Stark here?
No, he's out on business. But don't bust into tears, Ross. Joe's back.
He is. Did you tell him his sister wants to see him?
He doesn't want to see his sister.
What do you mean he doesn't want to see his sister? Do you mind if I prod him a little?
Why not? Be my guest. Joe Smith, David Ross.
What can I do for you? I'm in a hurry. I got a golf game.
Well, do you think you can spare a couple of minutes for a private talk?
Who needs private? I said everything I had to say to the old man when I left. I said it so loud the whole world could hear it. And he had his say, too. It wasn't very pretty.
Your father's dying. He wants to talk to you.
Why? My coming home gonna help him not die?
Could make it easier.
Well, maybe I don't want it that way. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, your sister does.
Why don't you just get my sister off my back? What do you think I'm talking to you for? I can't talk to her anymore. And I won't. Now, you tell her that. Now, like I said, I got a golf game coming up. We're holding up the Barber.
You know, I don't envy you your job, Mr. Ross.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that Mary Smith's a very nice girl.
Yeah.
But you know, this is really the best way. Joe's right about it. Look, why don't you do us all a favor? And why don't you send the girl home, tell her to forget about the whole thing. Mr. Stark doesn't like personal things getting mixed up in business.
That includes Singer's name, Ginny?
Has she been bending your ear again?
Well, now, what do you think?
Well, I don't care what she does as long as she doesn't rub me.
Well, what would happen if she got herself killed? How would that rub you?
Now you confuse me. Why did you say that?
I was just wondering what you'd do if she suddenly turned up dead.
I'd hire another singer.
Did you see him? Is he back?
Yeah, he's back. He won't see you, Mary.
He won't see me?
Mr. Ross? Miss Smith? Joe back yet?
Yeah, he's back, all right.
Problems?
Oh, yeah, a few. He won't see Mary. He, apparently has a very pressing golf game.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yes, for your sake.
For my sake?
Well, Joe's chosen his way to go. He leaves a lot behind. It's very painful. I almost wish I could change his mind.
Why? Did you leave a lot behind once?
Too much.
Now, there he goes. You better wave goodbye to your brother, Mary.
Let's get out of here.
"26 years he's your brother, and then you see him drive off on a golf cart, and it's all over."
Yes, Mom. I'll call you as soon as Joe gets back. As soon as I talk to him. Yes, Mom. Bye-bye.
That stall's not gonna get you anywhere. You're gonna have to tell him the truth when you get home. You know, Joe walked out on you. He wants no part of any of you.
I can't tell that to my father.
Well, you gotta tell him something. Tear up that picture and go home.
Joe hated having his picture taken. He used to make faces at the camera when he was a kid. I tried to get him to shave off that mustache. Dad didn't like it. He said it made him look like a gangster. That's pretty prophetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
See Mr. Stark.
I'm coming with you.
You stay here.
What are you going to see him about?
About a mustache. You got a couple of minutes, Mr. Stark?
I'm afraid I'm a little busy at the moment.
You alone? Yes. Yeah. Something's bugging me, Mr. Stark. Have you seen Joe since you've been back here in L.A.?
What kind of a question is that? You know I have.
Yeah. Well, have you talked to him?
Yes.
Huh?
Well, I haven't actually talked to him.
Have you seen him? I mean, as close as you are to me now, face to face.
Yes. I saw him go out to play golf with Coppolino. You were with me. You saw him, too.
Yeah, well, I saw the back of a man's head, and I saw a golf jacket, an orange golf jacket, going away from me. And I talked to somebody who said that he was Joe with shaving lather all over his face. And since when does a man with a mustache put shaving lather in his upper lip, huh? Listen, are you involved in some kind of a deal right now?
I'm involved in all sorts of deals.
Yeah, but are you involved in a deal that you're about to close?
Want a drink?
Yeah. Are you?
Yes.
With who?
Coppolino.
Is Joe involved?
Indirectly.
How?
Look, Mr. Ross, I don't see that it's any...
How, Mr. Stark?
Well, I'm selling my clubs to Coppolino. Joe's been taking care of all of my interests.
Why would you sell a string of lucrative nightclubs?
Well, I'm tired of the business, and they've barely been making money.
How do you know they've just been barely making money?
Well, Joe gives me the balance sheets every month.
Suppose Joe's lying.
Joe is not a liar.
No. Suppose that the balance sheet that Joe's been getting are inaccurate. What then?
You mean if Coppolino's phoning the books and giving Joe bad balance sheets for me?
Uh-huh. What would happen then? Drive the price of the clubs way down, right?
Yes, it would. Actually, I am selling very cheaply.
And the money you're being paid for the clubs is probably your own rate right off the top. Huh? Suppose that Joe discovered that Coppolino's been cheating you. What then?
Joe would tell me. Coppolino knows it.
Exactly, which is as good a reason as any for Coppolino and company to get rid of Joe.
Are you trying to tell me Joe is dead?
I don't know. All I know is that Coppolino has wanted me out of this thing right from the top. And neither you, nor Mary, nor I had seen Joe alive.
You talked to him at Palm Springs.
No. I talked to the desk clerk who said that Joe left me a message. Well, come on. Anybody can leave a message.
Well, it's a very easy way to settle this. Joe, or somebody, is playing golf with Coppolino.
Well, let's find out.
Right there, gentlemen. Inside.
Over there.
Why don't you stop waving that thing around?
What is this, Coppolino?
Knock it off. Drop the act. I'm sure you two have had a nice conversation, added it up.
You ought to give up golf. It's making you fuzzy.
Joe's dead, Ross. You know it, I know it, and now he knows it. You should have taken my advice and left it alone.
You cheap penny ante...
Stakes and stones.
Why didn't you stay in the hotel?
I followed you here. I was outside. He told me you wanted to see me. What happened? Where's Joe?
Where are we going?
We're being taken for a ride. What do you think?
Just wanted to see your brother, okay? There's an old quarry a couple of miles up the road. It's closed down. He's at the bottom of it.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, Mary.
If he hadn't worked for you, he wouldn't be dead.
Joe's trouble... My trouble started a long time ago. Maybe this was bound to happen. Maybe it was just a matter of time. I'm sorry you're being dragged down with it.
It's not your fault. It did start a long time ago. Joe thought there were shortcuts, and we let him think so. For too long. You were right. It's not all black and white. Everything's a little mixed up.
All right, get up.
for a fellow with his hands tied behind his back.
Yeah, so did you.
How do I tell it? Joe went to work for gangsters and they killed him.
Well, it doesn't really exactly matter how you tell it now, does it? Call the police and send for an ambulance, will you?
Oh, boy, for Joplin, Missouri!
Well, your pumpkin awaits you, Missouri.
Oh, yes, a pumpkin. Oh, gee, thanks for everything. You've been so kind. I'm sure you did more than $50 worth.
Yeah. What are you looking for, Mary Smith?
What should I be looking for?
My mistake, I guess. Well, come on, let's go. Oh, maybe this is what you're looking for. It's from Mr. Stark.
Oh, he's gonna call me at home.
Surprise, surprise. Well. So long, Missouri.
That's all for Paul this week, but you can catch Paul's picks every Friday afternoon at 5 on Paul's Ultimate Fan Hour. Now stay tuned for Leave It to Beaver here on TV Land. TV satisfaction guaranteed.